Mm. Hey, boo, what's up? Listen, I want to talk about Real Housewives of Potomac and Real Housewives of Atlanta just a little piece. Can we do that? Good. So, y'all know Real Housewives of Potomac is getting ready to go into their 11th season. And it is being rumored that some people will be returning and some people are not going to be returning. And I want us to tap into that just a little piece, okay? So I'm reading over here from Reality Blurb. All right. So let me get y'all up on the screen so y'all can read along with the people, okay? Child, this some messy stuff. It ain't really messy. Let's just get into it. They're saying the Real Housewives of Potomac just wrapped their 10th season. While there are always casting rumors surrounding housewives shows, Reality Blurb has exclusively learned who is going to be a part of season 11. Now, I can't take this as facts. I have to take it as a piece of grain of salt because I feel like in production, things could change at any moment. Okay, I do. I feel like things could change at any moment, just a little piece. So who knows? I mean, maybe they have secured their contracts. Maybe some people that are going to be on the show may not be like a housewife. They may be demoted to like a friend of, who knows? You know what I'm saying? But y'all let me know y'all thoughts, all right? So who they are saying is expected to return for the new season is Giselle Bryant. Are we surprised? Are we surprised? No, we're not. Okay. Am I disappointed that Giselle is returning? Not really. I'm not really mad that Giselle is returning. I don't care. She is definitely, when you think of Potomac, she is like probably the very first, if not the second face that you see when you think of Potomac. So her returning is not, I don't care. Karen Huger, are we surprised? No. All right. Although the season was great without her, please make no mistakes about it. I enjoyed the season without Karen Huger. Okay. So anybody that would be like, because I don't be understanding when y'all be like, oh, the show is over when this person's leave. There's no show. If this person leaves, there's not going to be one. Girl, will always be a show. Even when your fave walks off. Okay. Period. Now, the show went on without Karen Huger, but it looks like she is returning. But we all knew that based on her being there for the reunion, right? Meanwhile, you got Dr. Wendy Osefo. Y'all know Wendy is supposed to be coming up on her trial date or something she got coming up in May. Best of luck, sister. Don't know how that's gonna work out for you. I hope that it works out for you. All right. Wendy says she wants a speedy trial because obviously the evidence that, in my opinion, right, the evidence that her attorney is presenting to her appears as though to her attorney that, hey, she ain't even doing that. All of this was on Eddie. That's my assumption of the situation, right? But again, that has to be proven in the court of law, so we will see how that will play out. But she is going to be on the show. I don't know when they're going to start filming, but I know it's typically around this spring, summer time frame, okay? Ashley Darby returning. Are we surprised? Not surprised. Are we disappointed? Maybe so. I would love to have a break from Ashley Darby. I'm not going to hold y'all. I don't care. Scoot back up off me, girl. I don't give a damn. Y'all love saying, who's going to carry the mess? Who's going to do it if she's not there to do it? How are we going to get things started with the girl? Please. There is always somebody ready to step into the role. And the way Tia had ran the information back to Giselle about Angel, Tia could do it. Tia could do it. Okay. Y'all could get somebody else, probably bring in a newbie that's going to be ready to bring stuff to people's face and telling them what I heard. So I had heard about this. I had heard about that. If Ashley don't do it, who else be doing it? Giselle. Giselle will do it. Okay. Be clear about that. All right. Of course, they're saying Tia Glover is coming back. I don't mind Tia. All right. Tia was good on the show to me. I had no issues with Tia for the most part. So I don't mind Tia returning back to the show. I do wonder if she's going to continue to have her husband be a part of her storyline, or she going to try and let that man fade to the back based on how things played out this particular season. I do wonder. Right? So this is what they're saying. These are the alleged full-time housewives, right? We have Giselle Bryant, Karen Huger, Wendy Osefo, Ashley Darby, and Tia Glover. I know y'all are concerned about Stacey. What about Stacey? How y'all mention everybody but Stacey? Well, Stacey is returning. They made damn near the whole season about the woman. Why would they not bring back her? That's crazy. And she's a fave. She's been honored by Vanity, so girl, yeah, we all knew she was gonna be back. Spot was already secured. So you also have Stacy, okay? Um, they're also rumoring that Miss Robin Dixon will be returning. I know how much you hate that. I ain't mad at it. I'm not mad at it. I won't be mad until Robin gets back on the show and piss me off about something that she does. But aside from that, I don't mind it. I also feel like Robin will probably be one of those people that'll bring a story to the front. So if Ashley's not gonna do it, Robin would do it. Okay? Now, Robin, maybe, just maybe, you throwing that damn fit and not showing up to your very own podcast celebration that Giselle threw on this season, maybe that impacted them reaching out to you and saying, hey, girl, we'll have you back on the show. We know you was mad and you didn't even want to show up for a little piece. But would you be okay with showing up for a full season if we pay you? Okay? Now, see, Robin, I ain't going to hold it against you, though. Because if y'all done kick me off the show and y'all want me to come back and I'm not going to get paid to come back for a little piece just to celebrate my podcast, although I felt like it was wrong, girl, I probably wouldn't have showed up either. Bitch, you ain't finna make no coin off me. Okay? If I ain't gonna make no coin off you, understand? Not gonna do it. Not on my watch. Okay? So they saying Robin may come back. I'm not fully upset with that. I just hope she don't come back and just be like, I don't know. I was gonna say having Giselle back all the time. A little piece, but we'll see how this play out. Robin, don't come on the show and coming for Wendy. Don't come on the show and come for Wendy. Okay? I might feel away, but be fair. And I can appreciate that because I do think that Robin dislikes Karen more than she dislikes Wendy, right? So remember when all the news came out about Wendy and everything that was happening? Robin was like, oh, I researched. I found out this. I found out that. I researched. I learned this. I learned that. I said, oh, girl, you might have happy to get this information off, and you can't stand Wendy, huh? However, she did have Wendy's back when Karen came down to the reunion and Karen was over there trying to scold Wendy or say whatever she was saying and all this and that. Robin didn't like how Karen was showing up when it came to Wendy. And I said, okay. I'll take that fairness, just a little piece, okay? I'll take that fairness. I'll take that, okay? She also called Karen out as well with that interview with Andy. She didn't feel like it was genuine and all this and that. So y'all know Robin really high key. And my personal can't stand Miss Huger. And I do think she don't like Karen more than she dislikes Wendy. So we'll have to see how that plays out. And maybe Robin's still hurt or something over the breakdown of the friendship with her and Wendy, because I remember Robin saying, Wendy, that's my girl. That's my girl. Like, she really was liking Wendy. Right? Until you decided that you were going to follow behind Giselle and do whatever that was and bring up the whole Eddie following these different ladies. That's why when they got your body done. And unfortunately, you had to get some of that heat too. But hopefully y'all can figure that out and work it out and come back together, we hope, okay? Now, next up, we have Monique Samuels. Y'all know Monique was on the show. She was on a friend of the show. She was only there in a very small capacity, which I liked. So if she does come back, bring her back in that same type of capacity. But they're saying that it's up in the air and they don't know if she's going to return or not return, right? I don't know. If she does not return, cool. If she do, I think the small amount of time that we saw her was good. Keep her in that small capacity, right? Yeah, they're also saying that they are considering bringing on yet another person. And who names y'all did not hear? I don't know who that person is going to be, but they may be auditioning someone else. However, the names you all did not hear was Kiana Stewart, Jassy Radu, please forgive me, Jassy R, and then also Miss Angel. Okay? Angel Massey. Those are the three names that you guys did not hear because they are alleging that these ladies will not be returning for another season. I don't know if Angel really wanted to return for another season the way y'all showed y'all ass on that lady. Okay? And the way she was acting too. Right? Kay, I don't know the reason as to why Kay would not be back, but that may not be happening. Jassy. Yeah. I like Jassy. but she wasn't that standoutish as a friend of this season, you know? So if she's not going to return, okay. So what is it going to look like? And you know what? I figure if they're going to bring Karen back into the fold, somebody had to go. If Karen is coming back into the fold, somebody definitely has to go. And I feel like, in my personal, they might be at a place where they're somewhat trying to bring more of the core group back just a bit, right? With Robin. I feel like they may even keep Monique, to be honest with you, right? Keep Robin, keep Monique, keep Karen, Giselle, Ashley, Wendy. They already got Tia and the other young lady. I really don't feel like they need anyone else, right? But I do question, if the other person works out, will they bring Monique back? They may not. If that other person that may audition, because I just feel like 8 people is too damn many. But I mean, you know, I guess Robin and Monique would be friends of, along with another person. I guess. How many ladies did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Stacey makes 6. Maybe they're auditioning one more lady as a housewife. That would be 7. And then Robin and Monique is friends. I don't know. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts on that. Let me know y'all thoughts. Next up, I want to get into Housewives, baby, because listen, that's the season I'm waiting on. Housewives, I'm sorry, not Housewives, though. We're talking about Housewives, but Housewives of Atlanta. That's what I'm waiting on. I don't know why, but I'm hoping, but I'm hoping and believing that it's gonna give like back in the day just a little bit with these housewives. I don't know. I feel like the reads are gonna be very slick. I just think it's gonna be good. I think they're gonna have fun times. I think it's gonna be hilarious. I don't know. I'm excited about it, and it's probably because of K Michelle. Definitely ready to see that. And I feel like they had a good cast for the most part last season. I do. I think they had a pretty good cast last season, despite, you know, some hiccups, and we ended up not having Kenya Moore on the show. I would love to see what it looks like to have Kenya Moore and K Michelle on the same show, honey. That would be interesting. But all in all, I think this is a good cast. And 3 of the ladies went over to sit down with Sherry Shepherd. That will be Phaedra, K Michelle, as well as Miss Angela Oakley, baby. And I want us to tap into some things because y'all know Drew and K Michelle are beefing, and I cringe. 2 ladies that I really like, I cringe. I pray to God, whatever beef Drew and K Michelle has is not something that's going to last throughout the entire season. Let it be like a slick little moment and let us move on. Maybe the moment will last over the course of 4 episodes. I don't know. Even that sounds like it's too long, but ooh, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. Because I feel like they both are good with their reads, though. They are both good with their comebacks, for sure, in my personal. So that's going to be interesting to see. But I want to play this clip of Sherry talking to the ladies, and more so K Michelle and her issue that she has with Drew Sidora. So we're going to check that out.
Hey, Michelle, we got to talk Housewives over here. Okay. In the trailer, you were having issues with fellow housewife Drew Sidora. Now, what's going on? Why y'all can't get along? What's happening?
I can't say a lot, but I can say it's not for what people think it is or what she would hope it would be about.
Okay.
She would hope it would be about music, but I don't fight about music, you know, when something doesn't compare. So it wasn't that.
Okay, so here's the thing. I got to stop right there because I can't take it, BIT. When something does not compare, okay? Now listen, it's not about whose vocals are better in my personal, right? But in K Michelle's defense, although a lot of us may have known about a Drew Sidora before K Michelle, right? But I'm trying to recall, was the game and K Michelle out around the same time? I cannot remember because a lot of people learned about K Michelle on Love and Hip Hop ATL. I knew about K Michelle well before she came on to Love and Hip Hop ATL, right? Came across her music well before that. But I think the game had already been on. So we knew about Drew slightly more. And Drew, I don't know what happened with the career, but for Drew to be a fresh face to me, and when the first time I saw her, I thought about Megan Good for some reason. Maybe it's the face shape or something. Both gorgeous women in my personal. I thought, yo, who is this woman? And you have to be that important in my personal to be able to walk onto a scripted television show as your damn self. She came onto the show as a Drew Sidora, as a singer that people were supposed to be crazy about on the show, like a very popular singer. So I'm like, who is she? So I was thinking, because I didn't know much about her, they must be getting ready to propel her career or something. And I think some things went wrong with her contracts and something dealing with music. So she did not get the start that she may have wanted, but she leaned more into the acting, right? Now, getting back to K. Michelle's defense, although a lot of us know Drew more than K, I don't think it's about the vocals. I think both of the ladies, can sing, and they sing differently, but they both can sing, okay? In my personal. But K. Michelle does have the awards over Drew. Okay, she does. Okay, so I understand why Kay says she does not compare if she's speaking in that sense of like, yeah, I got the awards, I do this, like, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. And she has been on more stages in my personal than Drew has. All right. So I definitely understand where Kay is coming from. And I hate it. But baby, if y'all can see my girl Angela Oakley face, this is me too. Angela, we see each other. My stomach is hurting. It's in knots, girl, because I cannot take it. I don't, and you got a front row seat to be able to see the drama that's happening between the two ladies that you like a lot. And I hate it, girl. I'm all the way over here. You know what I'm saying? I can't, y'all. Yours must be two sides this season.
But no, honestly, like,
Right.
I travel all over the world. I work, platinum, gold records, all type of stuff. One thing I'm not gonna do is fight about music. So I think people think that that's what it's going to be. I try to support all the beginners in music.
K.
Damn, my good sister.
No, I'm just being honest.
You have to slow down. Okay? No. You gonna have to slow down, please. I'm not, girl, the way Sherry done slid out this chair is crazy to me. Kay, you're gonna have to slow down, baby. Let's get back into it. I can't. That's what I'm saying. What's going on?
That is not fair.
We got
Chicago. Chicago, stand up.
Shout out to Angela.
Drew is from Chicago.
But that's your friend.
That's my girl.
Why do you say neutral?
That is my girl. I love Kay.
She didn't get it that.
I love Kay. I love
Get
Drew.
it.
But Chicago, we got to stand up, Sherry. Come on.
Oh my God.
You making the city look bad.
We gotta stand up.
I'm just ask this. I gotta
But
watch
it's not about music.
It's not about music.
We gotta go deeper than music.
It's deeper than music.
I'm not
You
gonna
will
miss
not
it.
want to miss it.
Miss Shady Boots over here.
Okay.
Like,
Someday.
look at y'all, ladies.
A real
thank you.
talent.
Dude, I'm not even gonna get off this
She
floor.
can't even get off the floor.
I can't even get off the floor. Y'all
Sweet
got
baby.
Now,
Thank
Drew
you
has
for being
movies. Drew has talent.
Thank you.
Movies that no one really knows of.
No, that's not true.
Oh, we gotta. Okay,
Y'all gonna have to get
Kay,
Kay.
Michelle, we gotta talk Housewives.
Y'all gonna have to get Kay. Cause that's not nice. I'm with Angela. I like Drew. I'm with Angela. Like, we can't do that. I need y'all to make up immediately. Okay. I was expecting y'all two to be like this and to come at the other ladies, not y'all over here beefing with each other. I'm not gonna be able to take it, but I hope that whatever the beef is, it is short-lived. Let us pray. But y'all can sit up here and try to call Real Housewives loving hip hop, whatever. But don't sit up here and act like y'all not ready to see K. Michelle on y'all screens. Like, I don't care. Don't act like y'all not ready to see K. Michelle interact with these ladies. Okay? And how she fits in with this group. Like, come on. I'm too ready for it. So y'all leave y'all thoughts and comments down below. And that's all I got. Y'all just tell Kay to lighten up a little bit when it comes to Drew. Now, Drew did come out. I meant to say that. Drew came out and she said something about shout out to all the beginners out there. You know, don't give up on whatever your dreams are, whatever the case is. And I liked how she kind of flipped that. Like, girl, you trying to take a shot at me, but hey, you got to start somewhere. I'm out here doing it. She said something about her being on tour with Live Nation, baby. I guess she got to deal with Live Nation, so she's going on tour. All right. And I do feel like the album that Drew did put out recently with Dennis Child, that lady, baby daddy, okay, Portia's baby daddy, it was good. It was good. That's a good one. And they working on more music. And Drew gave us a little piece of a snippet. And they do good work together, child. I ain't mad at it. But you gotta start somewhere, honey. Okay? Period. But K Michelle not wrong in what she's saying either. So I just, girl, I'm finna slide down the wall like Sherry. I'll catch y'all in the next one, honey. Bye.
Yeah, family over fame in this bitch, yeah. The glory of living righteous is setting in. My street knowledge and education's a perfect blend. Young mogul, independent, I've been setting trends. The first one from my family to be faithfully wed. Fuck niggas and the horses that they riding on. I see this shit from all angles like a polygon. I'm never politicking the drama.